My first inspiration of music came from when I was very, very, very small. As a young fellow growing up, you know, from baby. They say out of the womb, growing up. Growing stages, you know, when you're small, you hear all kind of music. Some people hear Mozart. What I hear was African music, African drums. You go Risha House, Yoruba, which actually come through the slave trade that come through the Caribbean, because, you know, Trinidad is an island that is very, very much a melting pot of mixture of people, which is actually, like we say, culturally one, is Indians, Hindu, Chinese, Syrian, Jewish, you know, African, India from India. So that's what Trinidad is a mixture of many people that becomes one. And it really becomes one when it comes to music. Because, you know what's funny? Indian will talk to African, African will talk to Indian, Chinese they want to talk to this one, but when music play, everybody becomes one. So my beginning stage was listening to that little African drum playing as a baby and always saying, man, one day, you know. You know what? I always remember this moment in my life that made me really take music serious, because I used to play African drums for a dance company by the name of Repertory Dance Theater in Trinidad. And at that same time, I was playing soccer for my school. You know how schools have basketball teams, you go to England, they got rugby, they got soccer teams. I was playing soccer, and I was one of the main players on my team. I was what you call a midfielder. And what happened was, I come to practice like a couple times late because I'm practicing two places. I'm practicing drums and I'm practicing soccer. And the coach one day asked me, is either you playing soccer or you want to play music? What does he want to do? And believe it or not, that day I took my boots off and I said, you know what? I'm going to play music. Genre music, huh? I'm one of them kind of revolutionary kind of people when it comes to genre music, because to me, I don't like genre. To me, genre is just a category to peddle you or pimp you as a musician. To me, genre is like a word that they use to make it sound nice, like I want you to play just this style of music. But to me, I play music for people, for the poor, for the underprivileged, for the weak, for the sick, for the ones who love, for inspiration. That's why I do music for. So I don't really have a way of categorizing my music. And I hope that my music could fall in all categories. I don't want to be pigeonholed or stuffed in a corner because of genre, and the other side of the world don't get to hear me because they think they should put me on this side of the world. I think it's unfair to the person who's on the other side of the world who might want to hear some African drums in the music, or some Indian tabla in the music, or the sitar, you know, or let's even go better than that, a nice piece of jazz, a nice piece of sax. You know, why pigeon me in a corner to say, are you hip hop, or are you just straight up reggae or hardcore reggae, or you know, they say, I ain't playing hardcore reggae, man, you have to play something like, you know, like mixture dance. Or no, my music is for everybody. Music is love. You don't see genre mark on a piano. So I really don't get into genre. I just keep it live as to listen to it and like it, listen to it and love it, listen to the message and feel it. That's what my music is about. That's my genre. It's for everyone. I play keyboards, which is known as piano, synthesizers, program drum machines, program computers that has to do with music, music programs. I play the hands of drums when I say the hand of a drum, you're talking about the style, the rhythm, the feel, the way the drum is played. I play Caribbean style drums, African drums. I play African, West African type of drums, which is, you're talking about djembe. We have home that is from drum songs from Nigeria, which is from Yoruba, which is actually like log drums. We play those in Trinidad. I play that also. I also play the tabla. I also play bass guitar. Don't play guitars, but I play bass. I play also drums. Culturally One says it by the name. I'm one of them kind of people, like I said, I come from a country that is mixed, what I call world people. So I want to be able to walk New York City and have people in New York City enjoy what I bring to New York City. I want to be able to go to England and bring what I bring to England, have the English like what I bring into England. So my music is mixed. I have people from Italy, I have people from Africa, I have people from the Caribbean, I have people from America that plays in my band. The two drummers that play on the tracks, this new CD that I'm working on, which is going to be the bomb, is like out of Baby Here I've Become. One drummer is he's actually Jewish. His name is Jonah David. Plays with a lot of well-known drummers, well-known musicians out there, you know. Machisua is one of the guys people know of most likely. He's a reggae artist. But Jonah is a very, very good drummer. And then I have another brother, his name is, and you notice I call them brothers. I notice that, just pay attention. That's why we say Culturally One. I call them brothers. Now, they got Jonah David, and they got Abu. Abu is from the Ivory Coast. I call Abu, and I call his name like that because I like Abu, because Abu is one of them strong, that strong sense that comes through the music. And he also gives that a lot because I guess he could relate to, when I tell him I was a baby, listening to that drums, he maybe had the same thing too. So even though we're so far away, we still become one through the music. One of the great things about doing this new CD also to me is, which is close to me, is the writing, because everything tells a story. Everything I do tells a story. I have a song called Runaway. That's what the song is about. It's basically telling you about, you know, what is it talking about? Struggles between parents and 17-year-olds. Most people talk about what people do to kids. A kid living in a house with just torment. I know what that's like, you know? I know what it's like to sleep on the ground. So, you know, I visit all these different parts of life. I visit even the happy part of life. You know, love from not only agape side, but also a fleshly love. People love because of flesh only, and no deeper. There are people spend time just to love because of flesh, and they don't think they don't go no further than that. They don't want to know what the person is like, and that's what the CD is about. That's one of the growths from the old CD to the new CD. I always write about worldly things, but I get a little deeper and more closer and in person with what I'm writing now.